Welcome to the class 6 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter Surfing the Web, and in my last video I started discussing about the components of the browser window, and I had been showing you a picture of the browser window and the different components and their functions, how we can use those components. So in the previous video we have done till address bar, scroll bar and status bar. Now I will move forward with the toolbar buttons and the navigation or the navigation buttons. The navigation button is another name for toolbar button, and the different navigation buttons are back button, forward button, stop button, refresh button. And I hope to discuss all these different types of buttons, when they are active, when they are not active, what is their function, how we can use them in today's video. Okay, so let's start with our class today. So after doing the status bar in the previous video, where we have completed the address bar, scroll bar and status bar, now we are going to talk about the toolbar options. Now what is the toolbar options? Let's talk about that. The toolbar consists of various navigation buttons that help us to move through the internet smoothly. Now we will talk about those toolbar buttons now, and the navigation buttons or the toolbar buttons are: the first one is the back button. I'm writing back, B for button. Next one is the forward button. Number 3 is the stop button, and lastly the refresh button. So now under this navigation buttons or the toolbar buttons, we will talk about all these 4 buttons, which I will show you one by one. Okay, so let's clear this up. So first we will talk about the back button. Where is the back button here? You can see this button at the back, means pointing backwards. So this is the back button. Why and when do we use the back button, and why is the color of the back button grayed in color while the other buttons seem to be quite dark in color? We will discuss about all those. See, we use the back button to return to the previous web page. Back means previous. Okay, so we can only click the back button if we have already visited some web pages beforehand. Okay, and then after the first visiting the first web page, from the second web page onwards, this back button becomes active. Right now it is gray in color, as you can see, and it is inactive. Okay, so when we visit some other web pages, this back button will be active because there are a few web pages backwards to go back to. Okay, now clicking the back button once make us go back one page, right? And if we click the back button twice, it will take us 2 web pages back. Pressing this back button repeatedly takes us back one web page at a time. So right now, as you can see, that this back button is a gray in color, which means it is disabled right now and inactive, as there is no web page to go back to. So once we move forward, this back button will become active. Okay, the next navigation button is the forward button. Let me write the name here, forward button. Okay, so where is the forward button here? This one is the forward button. Let me draw this again. This one is the forward button. As you can see, the arrow is towards the front. Okay, so the function of the forward button is just the opposite of that of the back button. So here also the forward button is inactive because we have not, because when I took this picture, I did not visit any web page after this, so that is why this forward button is inactive or gray in color, because there is no web page to go forward to, just like the same reason why the back button is inactive or gray in color. Okay, we use the forward button to go to the next page, and this button is only available after we have used the back button. Since this back button is also inactive, that means we have not used the back button. That means there is nothing there is not no web page to go forward to. That is why both back button and forward button are inactive and thus gray in color. So if we have not used the back button, the forward button appears gray. What is its function? Basically, it lets us move in the forward direction through the web pages we had viewed using the back button. Pressing the forward button repeatedly, just like in case of back button, if what happened in case of back button, if we had pressed the back button once, we could go back one web page, and if we press the back button twice, we could go back two web pages, just like that. In case of forward button also, if we click on the forward button when it is active, if we click the forward button once, we can go forward one web page. If twice, we can go forward two web pages, and hence like that. So pressing the forward button repeatedly continues to move forward one web page at a time. Okay, so I hope this back button and forward button are clear to you all, why they are gray in color, why they are not active, when they will become active, and what is their function. I hope all these are clear to you all. Okay, moving on to the third one. The third one is the stop button. So what is the stop button? From the name only you can understand that it is there to stop something. Now this stop button is not here. Why? Because in case of Google Chrome, you can see this button, right? This arrow like thing, this is the refresh button. We will talk about that in the next one, refresh button. Now in case of Google Chrome and also in case of Mozilla Firefox, the stop button and the refresh button, they are merged together. Right now the web page has already loaded, right? You can see the web page has already loaded, and that is why to reload the web page or to refresh it, this kind of arrow is shown, this kind of circular arrow is shown. Now when the web page is loading and if it is taking a lot of time, then the stop button will show like this. And so this particular space is on an interval takes either this sign or this sign. So when it is this sign, that means the page has been loaded and now we can only refresh it. We cannot stop it because there is nothing to stop. And while the page is loading, we can see this type of cross mark in place of this one, because we can stop the loading of the web page. Okay, so in case of Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, the stop button and the refresh button are merged into one. So basically, what is the function of the stop button? If a web page is taking too long to load, or if suppose we have typed the wrong URL and that is taking us to the wrong website that we don't want to visit, so in that case we can click this button that will stop the loading of the page, and this also terminates or stops the transfer of the page information. Now talking about the refresh button, what happens with this? We can use the refresh button, it is also known as reload button, to tell the browser to load the web page again. As I said that if we need to reload the web page, suppose in case of web pages that show us the weather or the cricket score match, in that case we need to or even share market values, we need to constantly refresh or reload that web page to get the latest information, latest news. So in that case we need to refresh the web page, we need to click on this latest information. Okay, so by refreshing the web page, we ask the server to give us the most up-to-date information. Is that clear? And in some browsers like Firefox, as I said that not only Firefox, in Google Chrome also, this stop button and this one is merged into one button. Okay, so at a time only one button is shown. So I hope this part is clear to you all. I will continue with the next part of this chapter in the next video. Thank you.